Well, hello folks, I'm Daniel Nobre. This time, Utah, precisely in St. George, Utah. Beautiful, interesting city. We're gonna take a drive around to the historical places, plus some little rides that I did right here. I hope you like this video, as I really enjoy this place. I hope you do too. Okay, stay with me. Located in the southern part of the state of Utah, the city of St. George is at the intersection of three geological areas: the Mojave Desert, the Colorado Plateau, and the Great Basin. Just 118 miles, 190 kilometers north of Las Vegas, and 300 miles, 480 kilometers southwest of Salt Lake City on Interstate 15. The city was settled in 1861 as a cotton mission, earning the nickname Dixie. While the crop never became a successful commodity, the area steadily grew in population. Between 2000 and 2005, St. George emerged as the fastest growing metropolitan area in the US. And today, tourism flourishes in the area because its privileged location. There is several very good state parks nearby, and of course is the gateway entrance for Zion National Park. And here I am, right in front of one of the most beautiful, important historical buildings in the city. And the beautiful St. George Tabernacle, he opened in 1876 to serve as a public works building, originally hosting church services and court hearings. Today, it is open to the public and hosts many public events, such as concerts. Architect Miles Romney created the plans for the building. The red sandstone bricks were intended to match with the red-colored cliffs around the area. St. George was founded as a cotton mission in 1861 under the direction of Apostle Erastus Snow. It was called Dixie by Brigham Young, who was the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS Church. While early settlers cultivated cotton as a commodity crop, they did not succeed in producing it at competitive market rates. Consequently, cotton farming was eventually abandoned. More important to the economy was tourism, which developed as the railroads began to carry visitors to the nearby Zion National Park. And there is fun sculptures like this one right here, the rock star, right in front of the tabernacle. I couldn't resist and create this shot right here for my camera. And there's several good sculptures around the area. Just park your car, take a walk around like I did, and you can visit them all. They're very fun, they're very great. And talking about art. Art around the corner features many outdoor sculptures and statues depicting both local cultural flair as well as a broad array of ever-changing pieces from all over the globe for a temporary display throughout the growing arts district in historic downtown. The mission statement of the St. George Children's Museum is to provide vibrant and engaging interactive activities that invite children and families to discover, imagine, and create. St. George, Utah was named in honor of Mormon Apostle George A. Smith, also known as the Potato Saint, because he urged early settlers to eat raw, unpeeled potatoes to cure scurvy. Smith did not participate in the town's settlement, but personally selected many of the pioneers that originally settled the area. The first years in St. George proved difficult for early residents due to challenges such as flooding, lack of culinary water, and scorching summer heat. And just to let you guys know that all the places that I filmed are very historical places. Of course, we are in the historical district of St. George, and you can find maps very easily or even Google the places. I try to put in most as I can the addresses for you to know in case you want to do a little tour like I'm doing right now, but everything is pretty walkable, not too far one from another, and very worth it. A cotton factory erected soon after the settlers' arrival produced off and on for approximately 50 years, but overall, cotton proved an unsuccessful venture. The area also produced silk as early as 1874, but its production did not contribute significantly to the area's economic prosperity. Other early pioneer endeavors included the production of molasses, dried fruits, and even wine. And the start of the show, it is the St. George Temple that is under renovations since November 2018. In 1871, work began on the St. George LDS Temple, which became a cooperative effort uniting many southern Utah communities. Mormon apostle Daniel H. Wells dedicated the temple on April 6, 1877. It is the longest continuously operated Mormon temple in the world. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all museums and historical places are closed. Then I drove to the Pioneer Corner, that we can find the Pioneer Courthouse, right next to the Macquarie Memorial Museum. It is inside of this museum that we can find a very important item, the Friendship Quilt. It is a 122-year-old quilt, and it was made by 160 pioneer women and signed. Then driving a little bit further east, we're gonna find the Arts District featuring the Opera House, and also right next to it, it is located the St. George Art Museum. The St. George Opera House, also known as the St. George Social Hall, is a historic building from 1864. It was originally built by the St. George Gardeners Club as a wine cellar. As wine demand decreased, the building was expanded to host theatrical productions. It operated in this capacity until sold to the Utah-Idaho Sugar Company in 1936. It was restored to an opera house in 1988 and is again open to the public. The Brigham Young Winter Home and Office is another historic residence and museum right in downtown area of St. George. Brigham Young, Utah's first governor from 1851 to 1858, was the foremost Mormon pioneer and led the church to the Utah Territory. As Young grew older, his arthritis precluded him from spending winters in Salt Lake City region, so his followers built him a winter home in St. George. Young seasonally occupied the home and office from 1873 to 1876. The building was eventually deeded to the Division of Utah State Parks and Recreation and is now open as a museum. And here, just across the street from it, there is some very nice boutique hotels. And my final stop for this presentation. Red Hills Desert Garden is Utah's first desert conservation garden. The nearly 5-acre garden features 5,000 water-efficient plants, a 1,150-foot stream stocked with native and endangered fish species, plus a replica slot canyon and prehistoric dinosaur tracks found on site. dating back 200 million years. And once you get here, you're gonna do like most people do. You're gonna climb the cliff and come to take a look at this vista point overlooking the mountains and downtown St. George below. And if you want the perfect place for pictures, this is paradise. You are in the right spot for the self-peak or for you to build your memories about your visit to St. George. And of course, I hope you guys enjoy it. I thank you all subscribers, the new ones and the older ones, for the support. I can't express how much I appreciate you guys doing that. Again, I ask you to leave your likes and put your comments. Comments are very important for me. I like to interact more with my group. Thank you. And a special thank you for groups from Facebook that I truly appreciate these guys. Truckers of past, present, and future. Explorers of the Mojave Desert. And Just Drive America group. I sincerely thank you and count on you for the next trip. Signing off, I'm Daniel Nobre.